This article is for men and women of all ages and walks of life who want major relief from back pain in only 16 minutes. This unusual 16-minute, 8-movement method relieves years of upper and lower back pain, forcing your body to gently yet naturally rebalance itself in just one session. Bonus, releases a flood of biochemicals in your body designed to finally heal your back for good. Here's proof, thermal before-after scan web if you suffer from chronic back pain and tried everything to get rid of it over the years. Right now, I want you to do just one thing. And that goes double if you've ever found yourself incapacitated for days, confined to your La-Z-Boy, Barcalounger or bed. Hi, I'm Ian Hart, and you're about to hear a life-changing story about how a 49-year-old nearly crippled bus driver, told by his doctors he needed to change careers or end up in the wheelchair, went on to completely transform his body, becoming totally pain-free, something doctors said was impossible. You're not alone. Did you know, more than 1/3 of Americans in their mid-50s and older have chronic pain in their neck or back? And a similar percentage report chronic knee or leg pain. In fact, more than 1 in 5 adults in their late 40s through late 80s has some other type of recurring pain. Chronic pain conditions increase rapidly from about ages 25 to 60.1. All without any prescription drugs, invasive, expensive surgery or steroid injections, or other over-the-counter remedies. I'll also show you how you can use the exact same 100% pain relief method he did to experience not only pain-free movement, but stronger muscles, better posture, and more flexibility in the next 16 minutes. I'll even share with you the cause of your pain and the remedy right inside this article. Going from excruciating pain, bedridden, confined to a La-Z-Boy for days on end, not being able to work, taking painkillers that leave you feeling subhuman, to pain-free 100% off medication, able to work a normal shift without discomfort of any kind, restoring back strength and flexibility, flooding the back with healing nutrients just by adding unusual 2-minute movements into his daily life. Here's what's really weird. You'll be shocked when you read his story and discover the easy solution that freed him from a life of pain and agony, even after trying everything short of risky surgery to find a remedy. So if you're struggling with back pain, if you've tried workout programs and diets and seen little in the way of real results, then this article could change your life. That's because these 2-minute miracle movements are so new and so different, you've never seen anything like them before. And, in the next few minutes as you read this short article, you'll discover why you're in pain, even though you did nothing wrong. It has nothing to do with your bones. Why yoga, Pilates and even other basic stretching exercises may be doing you more harm than good. The easy way to trick your body to unlock a spasming back. The relief you'll feel is immediate and wonderful. And how doing these simple movements regularly can guarantee you never suffer back pain again. But more importantly than all of that, reading this article to the very end reveals exactly how you can use these 8 short 2-minute movements to help you get out of pain in just one session. Your entire back is flooded with pain-relieving nutrients and oxygen, reducing inflammation, increasing overall flexibility, naturally correcting your posture, and relieving nagging aches and pains. As you'll see below, these uniquely sequenced movements have been privately tested and proven to work on men and women of all ages, body types, skill levels, and in any physical state of health. Quietly used all around the world underground, because these routines are based on the physiological mechanics of the body. And, if you're skeptical about getting out of pain, then I encourage you to keep reading. Because you'll discover everything I say is backed up by scientific study and research. Without a shadow of a doubt, the method allows your body to naturally unlock and release the pain for good. The best part is, these 2-minute miracle movements will work for you with zero equipment. No expensive patches, braces or uncomfortable girdles, and most importantly no over-the-counter or pharmaceutical drugs. Before we go any further, however, it's important I give you fair warning. The information in this article flies in the face of what you may have been told in the past about back pain. Instead of giving the natural pain relief you need, mainstream healthcare professionals profit keeping you hooked on mind-numbing medications, expensive, non-essential surgery, painful corticosteroid injections, supposedly therapeutic massages, expensive electrical stimulation machines. They know that when you learn real solutions exist like these 2-minute movements, you'll never have to spend another penny on their back pain procedures again. Okay, now that I have your undivided attention and I know you're serious about eliminating back pain from your life using these 2-minute miracle routines, let me share with you a quick story about one of my clients. It all started with a 49-year-old bus driver who came to me as his last resort. His pain was unbearable. Warning, what's described below is not for the squeamish. At 49, Jim walked like a feeble, old man. Hunched forward, hand on his back, every step an effort. "Can you help me, Ian?" he asked. When he first stepped foot into my fitness studio, Jim was a bus driver getting close to retirement and his well-deserved pension. Only one problem. He was in excruciating pain. I dare not ask Jim to touch his toes or do some other type of exercise to gauge his condition. I immediately had him gently position himself on the floor, put a pillow under his head and guided him through the first of 8 healing, pain-relieving, 2-minute movements. Like most service industries and professions, bus drivers are put in an incredibly difficult situation. Forced to sit uncomfortably all day for years, stressed out from traffic and customers, the job more often than not results in the slow-motion demolition of the spine. All the while they're in pain, they're told to smile. To make matters worse, as they get closer and closer to their retirement, their company does something rather devious. They look for every reason to lay the drivers off, rather than have to pay their future pension and healthcare. Imagine Jim's anger when he was told he would lose everything he worked so hard for. It's a shameful way to treat a loyal employee at the end of their career. But the truth is, it's not uncommon. So when bus drivers aren't able to do the job, hard-working people like Jim, who gave their adult lives to the company, serving their local community, are often denied their rightful pension as well as healthcare. They get old and they're thrown out like garbage. It's incredibly sad. It's not his fault. But such was the predicament Jim found himself in. He was desperate. Jim simply had to work till retirement. He had no choice but to prove to the company he was able to drive a bus, so he could ultimately collect his pension. Jim's pain had started a couple years earlier, when electrical shooting pains, called sciatica, developed in his right leg. He continued to work, but the shooting pains persisted. Then one day after work, the pain was unbearable. He went to the emergency room. The news was not good. An MRI scan showed a noticeable rupture of a disc below the 5th lumbar vertebra. You see, discs, the spine's shock absorbers, are sheathed in a fibrous casing called the annulus, which protects the gelatinous core. When a disc ruptures, bits of it break through the casing. The MRI scan showed that the protruding edge of Jim's ruptured disc was pressing up against the right nerve root as it exited the spine. Unfortunately, the MRI showed something else disturbing. Some narrowing of the disc immediately above, an early sign of degeneration. Jim was given different pain medications at different times, including Vicodin, Percocet and Darvin, which he could only use when he wasn't driving. Instead, he occasionally received epidural steroid injections. But his pain persisted. Then, about 9 months after Jim injured himself, an orthopedic surgeon performed a procedure called a discectomy, where a fragment of the ruptured disc is removed. For 75% of patients with sciatica who undergo discectomy, the procedure helps relieve pain. In Jim's case, his sciatica went away, but the pain in his lower back increased. Yet another MRI showed that the disc the surgeon had operated on had started protruding again. This time pressing up against both the right and the left nerve roots. Check it out now. Get for more information below of the description. Lawnaful.